Hey guys, I'm in my room here at the hotel in Las Vegas. I got to tell you that I'm kind of like disappointed on all ends of this whole thing as far as what's going on here online and dismay between the entire staff. Um, first thing that we need to do is we have expert forums where people basically have written curriculum, written guidelines are been published for pressure washing. Those are the expert forums. I guess where we made a mistake or a misunderstanding is that when Russ thought I said give Jim a garage cleaning forum, I meant we need a garage cleaning forum specifically. In all the entire time PW's been around, it's not had a vendor forum or individually or anyone's individual forum other than the expert forums. We need to return the BBS back to this. What we need to do is we need a garage cleaning forum, we need a condo cleaning forum, but to give you an example, Jeff LaCourse and Mike Cook are the condo cleaning staff members. They're not moderators, they're the staff members. No one's names need to be on the forums. It's not about Ronmusgraves, Russ Spence, Mike Cook, Jeff LaCourse. It's about PWI. It's about the industry. It's never been that way. It's not going to be that way. That's not what this BBS was intended for. The BBS was intended for the entire industry to utilize. It's not Jim's Garage Cleaning Forum, nor will it be Tony Shelton's Coil Cleaning Forum. It's going to be PWI's forum. It's for the industry. The staff members and the administrators will work together to mediate problems on the board. But in the future, administrators and staff need to go back to the old ways of talking amongst each other and solving the problems behind the scenes before we have things blow up and get out of hand. Just to explain to you, there's a lot of many different facets on this board and staff members. There are staff members with these set of friends, there's staff members with those set of friends, there's staff members with these set of friends. And people, just need to learn to understand and get along professionally and solve the issues. Is Russ wrong? Is Russ right? Is Jim right? Is Jim wrong? Really, in the sense of things, does it really matter who's right or wrong? The bottom line is here is I think that people are trying to draw the lines in the sand between one another, and pretty much it's getting ridiculous. If the staff can work together and resolve this issue as professionals, I respect Russ Spence. He's done a great amount of good for the board. He's certainly one of the more successful administrators that administrated the board. And like I've had the respect for him, I haven't said anything to him about his decision that he's made with Russ or with Jim due to that respect for him. Likewise, Jim has contributed to the board. And I'll tell Russ this right now. I think that any time a staff member's contributed to the board, I think we need to look beyond anything, and really, even if Jim were going to be released from staff, I think that Jim should have been thanked for what he had brung and released, and given the reasons why. And if we had done that, we may not even be in the situation that we're in now. But when you don't do the things, quote, professionally, one unprofessional thing continues to happen after that. It's just like the same, I've got 10 guys telling me to take action that Russ has acted harshly in a couple of different situations. Possibly he has. The bottom line is, though, is Russ is the administrator. He has the last call. However, we need to get back to governing the board in the way that the staff members are obviously participating in that administration. It's not a one-man show. Administrator does have the final say, but we need to get back to resolving these problems and talking about these issues amongst each other, and resolving them instead of having them blow up into these types of messes. I hope we can get this done. I turned PWI off today. If we can't get it resolved, I can simply just turn it off. It really doesn't make a difference to me at this point in my life. I started this board for the industry almost 10 years ago now, and it'll be for the industry. But if I can't get people that have that same type of goal and same type of belief, I don't have the time or the resources at this point to take care of it. But I'm not going to let it run where it's going to be any one individual's tool to use, and neither is Russ. And that's why I think that we need to just go ahead, get rid of these personal forums, and get back to its hood cleaning section, its exhaust cleaning section, its a concrete cleaning section, and forget about all the names on the BBS, and become a staff member if you want to be involved. If you don't want to be involved, if anything I said today has offended you, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort that you put in. But if it's not for you, we've got the UAMCC, we've got the grime scene, we've got the cleaner net or the cleaner talk. We've got all kinds of BBSs for choice. PT State, and don't be offended, but this is PWI. It's always been PWI. It'll continue to be PWI, or PWI won't be there. It's not going to be utilized for any one individual, period. That's how it's going to be. Now, as in relates to the expert forums, if you publish something and you have a certification program, we like to hear from you, and we might give you a forum. I'll tell you the reason for that is because as an expert, as a published author, if you put something in that forum, you're absorbing quite a bit of the liability. Right now, Ronmusgraves is absorbing the liability with those personal names and personal issues as far as when you have people up there being named in forums. And personally, I no longer want to accept that responsibility or liability. So that's got to change immediately. And that's got nothing to do with Russ's administration. That's something that I think was a misunderstanding and got changed, and I know now how it got changed. I think we had a misunderstanding when we said let's put a garage cleaning forum in. I think Russ misunderstood and said let's give Jim his garage cleaning forum. Jim's by no means, I'll say this right now, he is not an expert. I admire his garage cleaning ability and his advice, and he does have one hell of a piece of equipment. But Jim hasn't published anything that I know of, and he is not offering any certification courses to my knowledge. So therefore, he does not qualify for an expert forum. Anybody wants to call me and talk to me about this, don't. I really don't want to talk about it. I'm enjoying the next 2 days here after a week-long of traipsing through our own cleaning expo efforts and roundtable efforts that Tony just got done putting on, and I've been doing the KEC show here in Las Vegas, as well as networking and meeting a lot of other great guys. So